July 8th, Monday. This is Bitcoin TV's channel. I'm Zhu. Let's first look at the 24-hour headlines in the crypto world. As a barometer of short-term market sentiment, the performance of Bitcoin spot ETFs has particularly been noteworthy, with trading volumes experiencing a significant decline during this period from a single-day high of 2.9 billion 2 weeks ago at its peak. It sharply reduced to 1.36 billion at the beginning of last week, and further dropped below the symbolic level of 1 billion, shrinking to only 800 million on July 3rd. The trading volume has decreased by nearly 70% in 2 weeks, highlighting the extreme sluggishness of market trading activities, investors' cautious wait-and-see attitude. US spot Bitcoin ETFs saw a net inflow of 143 million on Friday, the highest inflow level in at least 2 weeks. The fund with the highest inflow was Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund at BTC, which had a net inflow of 117 million. However, this force was clearly not enough to resist the short-term selling pressure in the market. Now the market sentiment is clearly in a panic stage, and the funding rate continues to decline. Since last week, although the funding rate has remained in the positive rate zone, it has touched the negative rate zone for a short time, but it was eventually pulled back. The battle between long and short positions in the market is becoming increasingly intense. The market trend is not very optimistic, but at this time, we rather expect a one-step drop to the bottom followed by sideways consolidation, so that we can accumulate cheap chips before the next bull market in 2025. The long-term direction is clear, while the short-term direction is full of undercurrents. Additionally, DeFi Llama disclosed data on X platform showing that the total funding amount for cryptocurrencies has been declining over the past few months. The total funding amount in the crypto market in June 2024 decreased by about 53% compared to March 2024. Let's look at another predictive indicator, the Escape Top Index, which predicts the top price range of Bitcoin based on historical trends. Historically, each bull market has touched 5 times the 2-year moving average price, at which point Bitcoin would be at its historical high, followed by a significant pullback. Now Bitcoin is about 56,000, and according to the time calculations, Bitcoin's future historical high will be around 170,000, with the current price expected to have a twofold profit space. Moreover, with Bitcoin's halving, the mining cost has also risen to 40,000. So as Bitcoin gets closer to 40,000, everyone must firmly hold or consider buying and investing in some Bitcoin. The next bull market will come in 6 months at the fastest, or a year at the slowest. 2025 will certainly usher in a new round of spring, and we must seize what may be the last frenzied bull market in the crypto market. With the rise in Bitcoin price this year, El Salvador can be said to have shone brightly. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele's daily investment plan, buying 1 Bitcoin, which started on March 16, has allowed El Salvador to own 5804 Bitcoins, worth about 321 million, equivalent to a floating profit of nearly 66 million US dollar. Not only that, in April this year, El Salvador launched tokenized debt issuance through Bitfinex, expecting to raise 6 million to build and develop integrated facilities at El Salvador International Airport. But unexpectedly, this plan ultimately ended in failure.
According to Cointelegraph's report, at the first deadline, Bitfinex only raised $342,000 from investors, so it decided to refund investors. However, Bitfinex hopes that the issuer will redefine new issuance conditions and then restart fundraising. In addition, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele was re-elected as president this year, with an overwhelming vote of 87.7%, breaking El Salvador's record and becoming the first president to be re-elected in the democratic era of El Salvador. This also allows Bitcoin to remain as legal tender for another 5 years.
Although El Salvador's tokenized debt issuance failed this time, it doesn't affect the big picture, and the plan of 1 BTC per day is still ongoing. The reason for this failure is probably because the price of Bitcoin is not high enough, making investors lack confidence. After Bitcoin rises to 100,000, those investors will probably flock to it. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele will have another 5-year term. Who knows what El Salvador will look like in 5 years after this president's daily investment in 1 Bitcoin and building additional infrastructure around Bitcoin. So let's wait and see. Alright, please like and follow us. We'll help you sort out the news closest to money in the 24-hour crypto, blockchain, and mining industry. In the midst of cryptocurrency world, there are always some names lingering like ghosts, intriguing yet controversial. Craig Wright, since 2016, has repeatedly claimed to be the mysterious Bitcoin founder Satoshi Nakamoto, but unfortunately, each of his self-proofs has been like a mirage, earning him the Corn community name Australian Satoshi. However, just this March, a ruling from a British court came down like a hammer, shattering the myth of Australian Satoshi. The court found that Craig Wright is neither Satoshi Nakamoto nor the true author of the Bitcoin white paper, a ruling that not only ended years of identity controversy, but also laid the groundwork for subsequent legal disputes. After being identified as a fake Satoshi Nakamoto by a British court in March, Craig Wright suffered another major defeat this month.
According to court documents released on the 5th, the UK High Court has issued a worldwide freezing order against Craig Wright, requiring him to pay $1,548 million to crypto KOL Peter McCormack to cover the legal costs Peter McCormack incurred after Craig Wright sued him for defamation in 2019. At the same time, the court acknowledged that Peter McCormack's statements damaged Craig Wright's reputation, but due to Craig Wright's dishonest behavior, including providing false evidence, he only received a symbolic $1 in damages for reputational harm.
I don't want money, I don't want fame, I don't want adoration, I just want to be left alone.
If the identity dispute was Australian Satoshi's first defeat, then the defamation lawsuit with crypto opinion leader Peter McCormack undoubtedly pushed him into a deeper abyss. In 2019, when Peter McCormack publicly questioned Craig Wright's identity on social media and YouTube, Australian Satoshi angrily filed a defamation lawsuit, attempting to use legal means to protect his crumbling dignity. However, the scales of justice did not tilt as he wished. The story of Australian Satoshi is perhaps a vivid lesson about the struggle between greed, deception, and truth. After Bitcoin touched a low of 53,269 on Friday, it continued to rebound over the weekend, breaking through 58,000 at one point yesterday. However, as selling pressure emerged, it began to fluctuate and decline. After 5 a.m. this morning, it continued to plummet sharply, and at the time of writing, it has fallen below 54,500, down 6.05% in the past 24 hours, almost completely giving back the rebound of the past 2 days. There are even various foods in the market, such as Bitcoin falling below 40,000 and so on. Everyone's panicking. We've said so much that we are tired of saying it. We still need to reply and rely on the big players. Finally, the strongest face in the crypto circle has arrived.
The only reason our company, Square, exists is because we saw a problem in that Visa and MasterCard were not allowing small merchants onto their network. That still is our goal. We're not in it to build an exchange. We're in it to help the internet realize the native currency, and therefore help the world realize the native currency.
As the most loyal believer in Bitcoin, Jack Dorsey stated at a recent event in Italy that he believes Bitcoin has the potential to become a substitute for the dollar. The dollar is an entity that controls the value of your money, whereas Bitcoin gives you more control and greater freedom. This is incomparable to the traditional monetary system. In addition, Jack Dorsey said in an interview in May that Bitcoin will exceed 1 million by 2030.
Although $1 million is far from Bitcoin's current price of 55,000, other well-known figures in the industry have expressed similar prospects. ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood predicted that Bitcoin will reach an astonishing 3.8 million by 2030, and Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, even posted on the forums that Bitcoin will reach 10 million in the bull market starting 2025. Whether Bitcoin can replace the dollar as it wishes and whether its price can reach the high of 1 million in 2030, all of this is still unknown, but undeniably, as a pioneer of digital currency, Bitcoin's development history has fully demonstrated its unlimited potential and possibilities. Recently, there have been many changes in the stablecoin market with the official implementation of the MiCA regulation. Circle has become the first MiCA-compliant stablecoin issuer and has officially opened its USDC and EURC services to European business customers. The MiCA regulation stipulates that only electronic money institutions, EMIs, and credit institutions can issue stablecoins. Meanwhile, Circle announced on February 21st its plan to stop support its US dollar stablecoin on the Tron blockchain, stating that this action is to ensure USDC maintains its status as a transparent, trusted, and secure digital dollar. Binance also began to stop supporting the deposit and withdrawals on the Tron blockchain in April.
Tron founder Sun Justin posted on X over the weekend, announcing that the team is developing a stablecoin that users can transfer without paying gas fees. Sun Justin stated that the stablecoin will be launched on the Tron blockchain in the fourth quarter, and he believes that similar services will greatly promote the deployment of stablecoin services by large companies on the blockchain, elevating the large-scale adoption of blockchain to a new level. Other EVM-compatible blockchains and Ethereum will soon follow suit. However, Sun Yuchen has not disclosed any technical details so far.
In addition to large stablecoin issuers moving towards compliance, some new types of stablecoins have appeared in the market, such as USDE, which Arthur Hayes strongly supports and does not rely on traditional finance, and Tether's gold-backed stablecoin AUSDT. Paxos has even issued USDL, a yield-bearing stablecoin where reserve earnings are automatically distributed to wallets daily. Various issuers are using all their efforts to try to gain a foothold in the stablecoin market. Was the Tron blockchain founded by Sun Justin forced to find another way and issue its own stablecoin due to USDC's withdrawal? And what is the principle behind its stablecoin? We'll wait and see. Well, that's all the content for today's program. Finally, let's look at the OK Quick Report. Choice is more important than effort, and who you journey with is more important than a distant destination. The most essential value is actually long-termism. If you look at things in the short term, everything is difficult to accomplish. If you extend your perspective a bit, many things become clear. Flowing water doesn't strive to be first, it strives to be endless. It's not about whether you run to the front or first in the short term. That's not so important. The key is that you can keep flowing endlessly. Well, that's all the main content of today's program. Our channel focuses on curating valuable news in the crypto industry, blockchain industry, and mining industry. We have news, information, and in-depth special reports. If you find our channel valuable, please share and follow us. You can also become our member. Let's get rich together and add a zero to our assets in the bull run. And we'll see you tomorrow.